Hello, thank you for joining me and my Canadian tuxedo for yet another video. So, a while back, I was talking to one of my closest friends, and she said something to me that really struck me and I suppose inspires this video. She said that when she was growing up, she didn't really need to see characters on TV who helped to, I suppose, encourage her to be the person that she has eventually become.
Oh, that? Yes, people are thinking.
Really,
oh,
that?
Oh,
Are you serious?
Yeah.
She felt like there was something internal that really brought that out in her, and she didn't need to have like any TV representation or media representation in general in order to feel seen or to feel like she could do anything. She felt like she always could. And when she said it, I actually said, that's one of the most privileged things that I have heard in a while. Not in a shady way. I mean, I love this girl to pieces. But it just struck me that people who fall into the majority, the hegemonic group, they have the option to actually ignore representation, to say, well, I don't need to feel represented. I didn't have that option growing up. Like, the fact that they can decide that they don't want to be represented, or like they could ignore all of the representation that they have, is astounding to me. It's unfathomable because I didn't have that choice. I mean, as a child, I had no idea what being queer was. I was just a gender non-conforming boy. I didn't like the things lots of other boys liked, so I had no idea about sexual attraction or anything like that. That was not something I was interested in. But, I was what some might call effeminate, and therefore I stood out. And really, anytime I did see effeminate male characters in TV shows or in movies, they were meant to be, I suppose, jokes. They were meant to not be taken that seriously. They were meant to be something you could laugh at because it was odd and it was different. So normally effeminate men are coded as gay, and it's just a joke. And that was what I grew up watching. That was what I grew up seeing myself as. And once I came into my own as a teenager and I realized what my sexual orientation was, I knew that, oh, okay, I'm a joke. That's how the world is gonna see and characterize me. I mean, I'm not helping. Look at this hat. I mean, it's ridiculous. But it's summer, don't come for me.
Ooh, honey. Girl.
There was some representation when I was growing up, and I remember always hearing about the TV show Queer as Folk. I know it has a UK version and it has an American version. So I'd always heard about it, but it was also something that I couldn't watch because it was on Showtime. It was too adult. It had sex in it. It had gay people in it. Oh my god. So therefore it just was not suited to a young person like me. So I didn't have the option to see what their lives may have looked like, what my life could have looked like when I become an adult. I just didn't have any representation as a child or any positive representation as a gay teenager. The argument seems to be that including LGBT people in media is too adult for kids. Like, you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't have a gay character in a kids movie. You shouldn't have gay characters in kids TV programming. And they want to protect the children is what they say. But what I believe they're doing is they're actually perpetuating homophobia. They're othering anybody who is not straight and cisgender. Because even if it's a show about children, for children, those shows often have parents in it. So what we tell our kids is a reality is what they will believe is the reality. So if you tell kids that some people have two dads, some people have two moms, some people have a dad and a mom, kids will accept that because they accept the reality of the world that we give to them. Basically, I wish I had grown up in a world where there were more TV shows marketed towards families, towards kids, that included LGBT characters so that I wouldn't feel so different, or that I wouldn't have felt so different. I'm old now. But when I was younger, there wasn't really that much when I was a child. So, I'm envious of people who get to grow up in a world where they could have seen Love, Simon, and, the spin-off series Love, Victor, And you know, they could watch so many different programs now that do have like an LGBT character in it. I'm so glad that that has happened for these younger gays now, because I didn't have that. Thank you for sticking till the end. As usual, please leave a heart in the comment section. I would just like to give a special shout out to two friends in particular who really encouraged me to have a more regular filming schedule. You know, it's difficult sometimes when you have a full-time job and you have a life independently of that. You know, you have your friends, you have time you need for yourself, and you know, it was hard. And I would like to shout out my best friend Navin and my other friend Ajong. They both asked where was the video last week. You know, I was just really busy last week with social engagement, so I wasn't able to film something. But I do appreciate when people ask me, where's the video? I know they're not like the absolute best, but you know, they're mine. And I'm glad that some of my friends and some random people that I don't know seem to be following my stuff and they want to get the content. So thank you so much for watching, and I think I'll see you later this week. Bye bye.